Hello everybody, how's it going? We're talking about unisex fragrances that won't have you smelling like somebody's ex. This video was asked from R. Riley, so I appreciate you, and this one's for you, all right? The first fragrance I'm gonna throw in is Rehab by Initio. This is for people that want a spicy fragrance that's still clean, but has a little bit of a sweet, musky dry down. To me, this is like a luxurious version of Spice Bomb Extreme. Where is it? Spice Bomb Extreme by Viktor and Rolf. I do find this fragrance to be more versatile. I've used this in the daytime. This one is strictly a nighttime fragrance for me. But yeah, I mean, I would still say this is more of a fall winter fragrance, but you can totally get away with wearing this in the spring, whereas this one is more of a winter type of scent. So if you love Spice Bomb Extreme and you're looking to kind of just amp that up and wear something different and just much more smooth, then give Rehab a shot. Now, the performance I got with Rehab was really good. I easily got over 8 hours with this fragrance, but the thing that throws people off is that they go nose blind to this scent and they think it's weak in performance. Now, I'm not gonna lie and say when I wore this that it didn't disappear from my nose for a little bit. And I was like, oh man, it's gone. But once I stepped into the sun, like this thing was going, I was like, oh, there it is. You know what I mean? So this fragrance is pretty powerful. I wouldn't recommend overspraying this scent just because once it pops off again, you might become nauseated with the fragrance. But this is definitely a nice scent if you're looking to not wear what everybody else is wearing. Truth be told, all of these are solid for that reason. I'll put all the names of the fragrances and the discount site links in the description. Next, Carlisle by Parfums de Marly. I no longer have that in my collection. My girlfriend finished the sample of it, so I really want Carlisle back in my collection, like a full-size bottle of it. But that scent is super unique and extremely sexy. The performance is easily past 12 hours. To me, it's kind of like if you're trying to embody, think of like Hades, you know what I mean? Like that dark, mysterious, yet alluring, sexy aura. Carlisle is a great fragrance to pull for. I do think you have to have a certain type of confidence when you wear the fragrance. Not cockiness though, you know what I mean? Like, but just this sort of laid back confidence. You're able to engage in conversation and things like that. And that will just really highlight the fragrance to its truest potential. It smells really, really good. To me and my nose, it's kind of like this green apple, a little bit medicinal, right? And has a Middle Eastern twist to it. Now there's nutmeg in the fragrance. I believe there's also patchouli, which makes it a little bit grounded, a little bit dirty. And I know people categorize Carlisle as a masculine sort of fragrance, but it's easily something that a very confident woman can pull off no problem. You know what I mean? It's just like, there's that it factor to it. So it needs that it factor type of person to rock the fragrance. So Carlisle is number 2. This is in no order in particular, all right? Number 3, we're gonna go with Grand Soir by MFK. This is an amber vanilla fragrance and it smells super luxurious. That is the reaction I've gotten when I've worn this scent. Even when people come and just smell it in my collection, they're like, oh, that smells rich. You know, very unisex fragrance. It does have its sweetness, but my favorite thing about this fragrance is the way that it radiates off your skin. This to me, yes, people have dug their nose in my neck when I've worn this scent, but it's kind of when they smell it from me at a distance that they're like, oh man, that smells good. Then it draws people closer. And it's not a bad fragrance when people get close to you. It's not off-putting, it's still nice, but just that initial, like, you know, smell of the scent in the air, when you catch a whiff of it, it's like, oh shit, what is that? You know, so if you like the sweet fragrances, if you like amber, this is a solid one to pull for. Grand Soir. Now, we're gonna talk about another MFK here called Gentle Fluidity Silver. This scent to me is kind of like the cool, dominant, badass CEO. You know, there's a very sharp, crisp type of vibe to this fragrance, a little bit icy as well. This is one of the few fragrances that I've smelled that smells cool. And not in the way of, oh, that person's cool, but literally ice cool. Where you're like, oh man, like, this shit's icy, you know what I mean? It just smells so good and it lingers in the air. It's like Honestly, to me, if you know Mortal Kombat, like if Sub-Zero was a fragrance, it smells similar to Gentle Fluidity Silver. You know what I mean? It's just like like the first thing I was gonna say is like metal cool to the touch, but not the smell of metal, just like when you feel cold metal and you're kind of like, oh wow, you know what I mean? So this scent is lovely. It has a really nice scent trail, also has great projection like Grand Soir does. And that scent, by the way, easily lasts over 8 hours, and you can overspray it if you want to. You won't get nauseated with it. I've done that before and I didn't regret it. With Fluidity Silver, I don't actually overspray this fragrance. I feel like you can if you want to, but when I do like 5 sprays of this, if I'm going out like 7 or 8 sprays of it, it smells fantastic. I would never go double digits, even 9 or more with this scent, just because you don't need to. You know what I mean? So yeah, if you're looking for that icy cool type of fragrance, the unisex fragrance, then try Gentle Fluidity Silver. All right. Now we're talking about another sexy scent, in case Carlisle wasn't your jam, Side Effect by Initio. This thing smells like money. All right, this is a boozy fragrance. If you like the smell of your dark liquors and some cinnamon, that is what you're gonna get with this fragrance. It's a powerhouse that easily pushes past 12 hours. If you are looking for a really sick kind of clubbing fragrance, or if you're going to a lounge anywhere like at nighttime and you're trying to show out, this smells so different from what anybody else will be wearing around you, I promise. All right, like I've said before, you're gonna smell a lot of the standard designer fragrances from Macy's, Sephora, and Ulta, just wafting around you when you're out at night. But shit, when you roll up in Side Effect, this is some serious business right here. There's been countless times where people have come and smelled things in my collection, and this has made their eyes roll back. Guys, girls, it does not matter. They're like, that is super sexy. And everybody that has smelled this, like they've wanted to get it, but they see the price and like, oh my God, like that's a bit too steep for me. So this is a scent that's unique. It has the mass appeal, but not a lot of people are wearing it because, first of all, they don't know about it. And once they know about it, the price is a bit heavy. But trust me, this scent right here, especially if you love boozy fragrances, is just right in that sweet spot. It's so, so, so good. Doesn't matter who wears this fragrance, smells fantastic. And the last one I'm gonna go with, we'll go with a couple more actually. Silver Mountain Water by Creed. My favorite Creed fragrance. This thing smells like mountain water. It smells like you're going on a hike and to a waterfall. You stop at the waterfall. You're just in that environment and it smells really fresh, clean, earthy, but still like a clean type of musk. Okay, this doesn't smell dirty at all. Some people say penny, nickel, dime with this fragrance. But for me, like when I wear this, I don't get any of that, all right? I don't get any metallic sort of smell, because if I did, then it would really put me off, because I don't like if things smelled like change, like coins. Like I would never want to smell like coins. So thankfully, it doesn't smell like that on me. But this scent is totally unique when it comes to fresh and clean fragrances. For one, it's not your typical citrusy fresh and clean scent. 2, it's not your typical laundry clean linen type of scent. You know, there's something like outdoorsy about this fragrance that is still really attractive, even if you wore this on a date. If you wore this, you know, if you go hiking with somebody, if you wore it to the office, wore it to a black tie event, it fits every single situation. So this has really, really good versatility. I think for myself, I have no complaints with the performance. I easily smell this on me all day. Easily over 8 hours, this is just wafting off of me. But there have been people in my comment section and in my DMs that say that they get trash performance with this fragrance. So if that's the case, definitely go to Nordstrom, Bloomingdale's, Neiman Marcus, spray it on your skin, see how it performs, and then buy it on a discount site if that's what you want to do. Don't pay full retail for this fragrance because, I mean, it's over $300. I think the link in the description is, I think, $210 last time that I saw it for a full size like this. So, but man, I really, really, really love Silver Mountain Water. It's gotten me a lot of like dream-like sort of reactions and compliments, like, oh my God, you smell so good, kind of like a fawning over the scent. Really, really sexy. All right. Now, of course, this wouldn't be complete if I didn't talk about Naxos, because I know that there's a small amount of fragrances that I can suggest on the niche side that would have mass appeal with the general public. For the most part, a lot of niche fragrances can't do that. They smell so unique to a point where they smell bad and off-putting. But this shit is so good. It smells like honey with a little bit of tobacco. So this is really smooth, but it has a badass sort of vibe to it. A description you've heard me say is that it smells like literally like a mafia boss. You know what I mean? This thing is just, it's cool. It's smooth. It's like sure of itself. You know what I mean? This is a scent that really captures the attention of everybody in the room. Like when you walk past somebody wearing Naxos, they're going to be like, whoa, what is that? That was actually a reaction. The first time I wore this fragrance, I did one spray. I think it was on my wrist. No, it was on my arm. And I walked by a couple people and the guy was like, whoa, that smells so good. You know what I mean? So this gives the whoa type of reaction, even to the feminine nose as well. Like a lot of women have loved this when I've worn it. So doesn't matter who you are. If this is the kind of juice you're looking for, something that is just a little bit mischievous, but still like, I don't know, like an anti-hero type of fragrance, you know what I mean? Then give Naxos a shot. All right. Lastly, just because this video really is centered around not smelling like anybody's ex, I have to throw in Molecule 01 because this just smells straight up different on everybody. No one's ever gonna come up to you when you're wearing this and be like, you're wearing Molecule 01, aren't you? I know that fragrance. Nobody. Because it doesn't smell like a fragrance, but there's just gonna be something that some people it smells good, some people it smells bad, others can't even smell it on themselves. But once, like, this is a fragrance a lot of people around me pick up no problem. Sometimes when I go nose blind to it or I feel like it died down, I will get a compliment from somebody else just telling me I smell really good in a different type of way. So this scent is just super unique, and I'm going to throw it on this list because you can also layer it with all the other fragrances that I mentioned. But shit, if you wear this by itself, you know the deal. You know the deal. It's so, so, so good. Very unique. And it's just like, I can't even describe it any more than that. I've done so many videos of this fragrance, but I stand by it. This shit is amazing. And I think that's going to round us off. All right. So all unisex fragrances, again, the names of the fragrances and the discount site links are going to be in the description. See you in the next video. Bye.